Hey, welcome back to MajorSlackAttack, your first stop for titillating tactical Elden Ring gameplay. We're going to continue the samurai walkthrough, and I'm going to quickly touch upon how to farm thin beast bones. But before I get into that, and to avoid another litany of comments about how we can bring the bell bearing to the Twin Maiden Husk and buy thin beast bones, I want to touch upon this right at the very beginning of the video, because it seems that a lot of you missed it in my how to farm thin beast bones fast video. And as I predicted, at the 29-minute mark, a bunch of people jumped in and tried to ridicule anybody who farmed thin beast bones by telling me that, you know, you can just simply get this bell bearing. This is the deal. When you for those of you who know how to play Elden Ring intelligently, please bear with me, okay? This is the deal. When you go to the War Master Shack at nighttime and you get that bell bearing hunter boss to spawn, when you kill him, you get his bell bearing, and you can bring it here to the round table hold, and you earn the right to buy thin beast bones for, get this, 150 runes each bone. That's not like for 10 bones. That's not like for 5 bones. That's not like for 3 bones. That's each bone. Okay? Now, please, I'm begging you, do the fucking math. Pardon my French, but this just completely astonishes me that so many of you overlook this. Do the math. To create 100 arrows, you're going to require 30 thin beast bones. 30 thin beast bones times 150 runes equals 4,500 runes. Okay, that's 4,500 runes to make 100 arrows. Alright, you with me so far? Now, you can take that same 4,500 runes, go to the Church of Ella, go to the merchant at Church of Ella, who sells arrows for 20 runes each, and buy
it's always a
225 arrows. Alright? Now, last I checked, maybe things have changed, okay, but last I checked, 225 is a bigger number than 100. It's actually more than double of 100. So, like, I appeal to your logic. What you've done when you've killed the bell-bearing hunter boss at the War Master Shack is you've earned the right to pay more for your arrows by crafting them, by buying thin beast bones and then crafting them, than you would to just simply buy them here. That's what you've done. And like I said in my how to farm thin beast bones fast video, you must really, really, really hate farming in order to go that route, because it's actually a stupid way to do things. Okay, pardon me, but it's just plain stupid to go that route. All right, unless, I mean, you know, you want the bragging rights to have taken down that boss. Okay, I can see that. Or okay, you get 3,000 runes for taking down that boss. Okay, I can see that. But to do that specifically to earn the right to buy thin beast bones at 150 runes per bone so that you can use that to craft arrows is fucking stupid. Okay, pardon me, but it's just plain fucking stupid. Alright, rant over. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
MajorSlackAttack.
Okay, so let's get back to the samurai walkthrough. I last left you off. I said I was going to show you how to make a weapon that will farm thin beast bones fast. This is for those who missed my how to farm thin beast bones fast video. I'm going to quickly touch upon this. We have the Ash of War Gravitas, and we have an Uchikatana at +3. All you have to do is take your Ash of War Gravitas, go to any site of grace, go to Ashes of War, click on the Uchikatana, and apply the Ash of War Gravitas to that sword. And you're going to choose the standard option, not the magic option, the standard option, okay? So I've already done that. So now the Gravitas skill is on the Uchikatana, and this is what it does. Press the skill button, and it creates this area of effect, sucks everything in, and does damage. And if your sword, or the weapon you put it on, is doing over 200 damage, it will kill sheep instantly. So this is your new sheep farmer. This is your new thin beast bone farmer. And you probably, not probably, but you're going to want to have the strength knot crystal tier and the dexterity knot crystal tier in your flask of Wondrous Physic, and you just take that. Wrong one, Slack. Take the flask of Wondrous Physic. And at this point, also two-hand your sword. And at this point, your sword is going to be doing over 200 damage. Alright? So now we can use this to farm Thin Beast Bones. Quick demonstration. We're here at Stormveil Shack, in the field south of Stormveil Shack. Are lots of sheep. All you have to do is go down there, find any sheep that are grouped together, jump off your horse, press the skill button, and you will kill all the sheep in the vicinity of the area of effect created by the Gravitas sword, or the Gravitas skill. And there is a sweet spot at right ahead in front of the group of trees here. Look for a group of sheep right around here. Do it a couple times because there's always a couple rams that rush you. And there you go. Thin Beast Bones up the wazoo. I got 6 right there. So that's how to farm Thin Beast Bones really fast. Alright? That's the only time I'm going to show you this, guys, because I'm going to henceforth assume that you have enough. Yeah, I got 7. Henceforth, I'm just going to assume that you have enough Thin Beast Bones to make the arrows that you need, and or you have the arrows that you need to get the job done. And I'll try to remember to tell you how many arrows you need for each particular mission we go on. Next, Blood Rose. We've already done the Fort Height mission here in East Limgrave. Let's go there now. It's only inhabited by a few demi-humans. This is where you can farm Blood Rose. And Blood Rose you can use to make blood bone arrows, and blood bone arrows cause the bleed effect. This is all in preparation of allowing you to make a big batch of all kinds of arrows, which is very useful when going into combat. So you can take like 100 regular arrows, 100 fire arrows, 100 poison arrows, and 100 blood bone arrows. Here's the first Blood Rose right here at the bottom of the stairs. Grab that, go up the stairs. You're gonna have to go on foot from this point here. Just go straight ahead, just ignore the dummy humans. Grab Blood Rose number 2, turn to the left, go over here, Blood Rose number 3, under here, grab Blood Rose number 4, and run out. Don't worry about these guys, they probably won't catch you if you stick to the right side. And get on your horse. And we're gonna run around to the back of the castle and get Blood Rose number 5, and at the same time this will get us out of combat. Right here. That's 5 Blood Rose. Go back to Fort Height West. Respawn everybody, rinse and repeat to your heart's desire. Okay, so now everybody has a means to farm Blood Rose, Poison Bloom. I already showed you Smoldering Butterfly and Thin Beast Bones. So now you can make all kinds of arrows to your heart's content. I have 999 Thin Beast Bones. I went apeshit. Yeah, so I got plenty. And I'm going to farm up, or rather craft the maximum I can make. You don't have to do this for the first part of Stormveil Castle. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need approximately 30 firebone arrows and about maybe 5 regular arrows that we can buy from the merchant at Church of Ella. So, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to max out my firebone arrows. 999 held and almost 600 stored. Same thing with poison bone arrows. I'm going to max it out. You can do this too, so you won't have to worry about arrows for the rest of the walkthrough. And I'm going to do the same with blood bone arrows. Done and done. Alright, now we have some money left over. I have some money left over. Your mileage may vary. And I have some golden runes. Let's go to the Church of Ella and cash them in. See how much money we have left over. Your next priority now is to buy a lantern, but I just want to see how much money I have.
It's always
Sell down here. And these are all the golden runes that I collected while farming the Thin Beast Bones. So now I have 13,000 runes. Before doing anything else, like I said, go down all the way down to the bottom of the Weeping Peninsula to the Isolated Merchant. Right here, the Isolated Merchant's shack. He sells a lantern for 1800 runes. A lantern is going to be very useful.
Under this,
This is worth it.
never safe.
A lantern will allow you to light up your area while keeping your hands free. Unlike the torch, you have to hold it in your hand. And this I'm going to put in my a pouch slot that is not hotkeyed. I wouldn't waste it on a hotkey pouch slot, but an unhotkeyed pouch slot like that one there, because we're going to not be using it very often. Just going to turn it on and forget about it. Alright, so just to show you that's in effect, click on that, turns on the lantern, and you have light, hands free. Alright, now I believe this is going to leave me just short of leveling up twice, and I want to level up Vigor twice. So let's go to the ATM and make a withdrawal. The ATM, once again, is the Ferrum Great Bridge, where we can farm Volga Militiamen for 1,000 runes each. Make some quick cash. And for this we're going to need the Bloodhound's Fang. Now your mileage may vary, but spend all your remaining runes on leveling up Vigor. And I missed. There we go, it's got 1,000 runes. Back to the Church of Ella. Level up. I can level up Vigor twice. And I have 950 runes left. I'm going to spend it all on arrows, just to empty out my inventory, just for demonstrational purposes.
Always a pleasure.
You don't have to do this, but I would recommend having a lot of regular arrows at your disposal, because these are fletched. They actually do more damage than the regular arrows that you craft, like using thin beast bones. But as I've recommended before, I would never recommend crafting regular arrows. I will always recommend crafting elemental arrows, like firebone arrows, poison bone arrows, or blood bone arrows. And I'm going to buy as many as I can. Top off my regular arrow supply, and that's that. Right, so throughout Stormveil Castle, our normal loadout is going to be the Longbow, the Beast Crest Heater Shield, and the Uchi Katana with the Gravitas skill on it, because it's actually useful for many other things besides farming sheep. Alright, that's our normal loadout. And I believe that's it. Oh, one more thing. Go to Ionia Swamp Shore. We're gonna get an important Ash of War there from a Teardrop Scarab. Let's wait till daytime. Get on your horse. There's a merchant here. I forget if we contact him before. You can actually buy fire arrows from him, but they're exorbitant. Absolutely exorbitant. They're 120 each.
Please, I'm hungry.
But he does have an infinite supply of fire arrows at 120 runes per arrow. So if you want to buy 100, it will cost you 12,000 runes. Your call. I would never do it. I never have done it. It's a lot easier to farm arrows. Even though those arrows are better, they're fletched. Anyways, push northwest here, and you can hear these Teardrop Scarab. Here, get on, get your sneak on. Go right up here. And you're going to turn to the left here. Target him. A couple mighty shots should do him in. Missed. Got him. There you go, and that'll give you the Ash of War Lifesteal Fist. That's important. And that's it. Let's go to Stormveil Castle. Alright, let's get it on. Stormveil Castle. We're going to 100% this bitch. Like I did with my prisoner walkthrough. We're going to get all the items, all the secret locations, everything. To start off with, to main gate or not to main gate? That is the question. Don't go this route. This is absolute suicide. There's all kinds of ballistas. And it's just suicide going this route. As this guy, Gostok, is going to tell you. Let's go talk to him. Okay. What's that?
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
Alright, now you don't even have to talk to this guy. None of this is required. You could take the secret route without even having to talk to him. It's already open. The only reason you'd want to talk to him is to actually open the main gate. And you do that by disagreeing with his advice and saying, no, I'll use the main gate just for demonstrational purposes.
You certainly don't have to trust me. Well, if you must go through the gates, I'll signal them to open. But of course, I'd advise against it.
Alright, so having done that, all you have to do is go back to the main gate and he'll eventually open it for you.
The gates! Open the gates!
Now, I've only got 10 runes, so this is just for demonstrational purposes. This is absolute suicide. If you try to go up this route, you're going to get blasted with ballistas. And if you manage to get past the ballistas, it's just suicide. Maybe you can like strategize a way to run around this, but look at what you got to face. Ballistas there, up there, those guys there, and it's suicide. Absolute suicide. Want to go that route? Fine, we'll just notify your next of kin. Everybody else, saddle up, lock and load, and follow me. We're going to take the side route. Now, there's another issue with Gostok. I'm just going to leave my 10 runes there. I don't care if it's only chump change. There's another issue with Gostok, this guy here. Eventually we're going to come into a section a door that's going to be locked. We're going to require the rusty key. The rusty key is locked in a room, or rather it's in a room with a banished knight, a real badass, tough son of a bitch, banished knight. Now, once we get into that room, if we leave Gostok alive, he's going to lock us in the room. He's actually a backstabbing son of a bitch. He's going to lock us in the room, and we're going to have to face off with this banished knight basically in melee mode. There will be no option to take him by surprise, and we're not built for that. We're just simply not built for that. We're like, we're a ranged warrior, and we don't want that. So the other option is to simply kill him, and when you kill him, once you get to that room, you'll be able to open the door and then sneak around behind the banished knight and take him down using my strategy, which will take him down pretty much instantly. And there is another issue too. Gostok will actually steal your money. If you happen to die while you're working your way through Stormveil Castle, you know how it is when you die, there's a death tax, you lose all your money. If you manage to retrieve your money, you get all your money back. But no, not with Gostok alive. In Stormveil Castle, if you happen to die and you lose your money, when you go back to retrieve your money, he will take 30%, so you'll only actually get 70% of your money back. Okay, so that's another reason why you'd want to kill this guy. Now, the drawbacks or the consequences of killing Gostok is you will lose the right to buy an ancient dragon smithing stone from him later on for 20,000 runes. Right, you will no longer have that option, but there are plenty of ancient dragon smithing stones in the game to get the job done for any playthrough, in my humble opinion. Unless you're like making like you're maxing out like, 10 weapons, which I never do. So to me, there's going to be plenty of ancient dragon smithing stones to go around to get the job done. So we can afford to lose 1 or 2 by killing him. All right, and that's the route I'm going to go in order to be able to get into that rusty key room and sneak around behind the Vanished Knight. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to do this using the Bloodhound's Fang. He's not an enemy yet, so we won't be able to target him, but just get up near him. We're going to press the skill button, follow up with a strong attack, and then target him and finish him off. And that's it, that's all. And he will drop his bell bearing. Gostok's bell bearing and a silver pickled foul foot. You could take his bell bearing to the round table. Take it to the Twin Maiden Husks. Gostok eventually becomes a merchant. I forget if I mentioned that or not, but we've also destroyed that opportunity. But you can offer his bell bearing to these guys, the Twin Maiden Husks here at the round table, and everything that he had in his shop available for sale is now available for sale here, with the exception, as I said, of the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. That's the only thing you're losing out on. So it's all available there, and we're not going to get locked into the Rusty Key Room anymore, and you're not going to have 30% of your death tax taken away should you die in Stormveil Castle. Done and done. Next, like I said, we're going to 100% this baby. Let's go with our regular loadout for now. Longbow, heater shield, Uchi Katana with Gravitas, and let's get underway. This starts by going down here. Grab this. Back up just before the top of the stairs here, you can jump down here to a secret area. And get yourself some fire grease. And finally, up here around the corner is a Trina's Lily. All these are unique pickups. They do not respawn. So it's like you collect them once and that's it. And to get back, you could just simply go around here, or you could just fast travel back to the Stormveil main gate, Site of Grace. But for the benefit of those who are playing on PS4 or whatever, you have long load screens, you can just go this route. This might be faster. We're going to leave those pickups for now. We're going to get them at the end because, like, as you've seen, there's ballistas there, and they will destroy you. All right, so out here, first thing you're going to do is turn to the left and grab this golden rune here. Jump up. This should be a rune fragment. Some of these pickups are not like anything to write home about, but they are all unique pickups that don't respawn. Up here, jump up here. To continue, normally you would go down here, but we're gonna go up here to get a few more secret pickups. To do this, you should back up here and then turn around, and you can just hop up. And grab this, a smithing stone 2. These things are Stormhawks, extremely dangerous. As you can see, they got swords on them, then they're absolutely hellacious for melee characters. We can one-shot them easily with a firebone arrow. So target it, mighty shot, and boom, down it goes. That's all it takes. This is where we're going eventually, but don't go down there yet. Instead, double back here, drop down here. Get your sneak on when you approach this cliff. Don't want to inadvertently alarm these 2 more Stormhawks right here. What? Watch it now. One Stormhawk there and another one down there. Alright, so target, mighty shot. Instant kill. And this one you probably want to go over here, inch as close to the edge as you dare. Target. And instant kill. Now it's safe to go down there. Down we go. And around the corner here is another hidden pickup. This is 10 bolts. Like I said, some of these pickups are not particularly spectacular, but they're there. And he drops a Stormhawk feather, which we can use to make some Stormbone arrows. We're going to get the recipe book for that actually here in Stormveil Castle. As you go up here, stick to the right side. Don't go past this tree here, this V-shaped tree, as you approach this area here, because there's 3 Stormhawks here. 2 of them are neatly camouflaged in the tree there. One there and one there, and there's one down here. We could take them all out. Remember, don't go past here because they'll be activated. Okay, so mighty shot, instant kill. And I'd recommend going after this one first, because I've noticed that sometimes if you kill that one first, this one takes flight. Then you have to deal with him as he's flying around. So kill that guy, and finally kill this guy. There we go. And now you can safely go out here and get this, a Smithing Stone 3. This is actually a really important pickup, because our longbow is at +6 and we need 2 Smithing Stones 3 to get it up to +7. So we're just 1 short. And drop down here and you can activate this Site of Grace. Now, like I said, before continuing, we're in a position to upgrade our longbow to +7. There is another Smithing Stone 3 up here in this area in the Liurnia of the Lakes district at Lascar Ruins. It's a bit of a dangerous area to go to, but it's worth the risk. So before we continue, let's go there now. We've already discovered the Site of Grace here, so that we can come back here and continue our run through Stormveil Castle. But before doing that, like I said, let's go to Lascar Ruins. Alright, now the smithing stone that we want is right here at this kind of like gazebo type deal. There's a teleporter in there that will take you up to I forget the name of it. We'll be doing that later as we continue the main quest line. There's also a dangerous revenant that spawns in this area. We don't necessarily want to deal with him right now. So what we're gonna do, it's actually right here. That's where it is. What we're gonna do is go up and approach it from the north, and this will avoid spawning the revenant. That's assuming that the game behaves and does everything exactly the way I did in a practice run, which I just did. Okay, so let's just push in a northerly direction. Then we can start going across this way. Maybe get your sneak on. These things you can one or two shot. They're not too much of a problem. Mighty shot, fire arrow, and do a regular shot. Let's do in this one too. Very good. You can hear other things spawning here. Get yourself a ritual pot. This guy might be better handled with some fire pots. Because we might not be able to get over that edge there. Not even with the fire pot. There we go. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, and you can see the smithing stone right here. Hang on. Once again, this might be better handled with a fire pot. Those things you can either dodge out of the way or just get behind something, and they'll, like, that will give you cover. Okay, so this is exactly where we want to be. Get a couple Trina's Lily here, and there is the smithing stone. Should be able to grab it, no problem. There we go. Do not go into that area there because you're going to spawn a dangerous revenant. Okay, so we have enough. Let's go back to... Sorry. I was playing on my PS4, so my finger muscle memory is a little screwed up. Just getting back into playing on the PC. Okay, so we are at the round table hold. We have 2 smithing stones. 2 smithing stones, rank 3. And we have the money. Let's level up our longbow to +7.
Well, where have
Why
you
not?
got at you for debt? No matter, it's out your arms.
This will cost you 768 runes, if I recall correctly. 528 runes. There you go. +7. Excellent. Alright, back to Stormveil Castle. To Stormveil Cliffside. And this is where we're going to continue next video. We're going to make the run through Stormveil Castle. Whoops. We're going to make the run through Stormveil Castle to the Rampart Tower side of Grace. Alright, and there's lots to do on the way, lots of combat. That's coming up first things next video. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, stuff like that there, and I'll see you next time for some more Elden Ring. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.